Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks as to how I create my Instagram feed. And the last time I released a video on the apps that I used to edit my photos and videos on Instagram to crush your Instagram game, and I did, but that was because your girl had to go back her architecture degree. So I'm back with the most highly requested video on my channel. So if you guys want to know how that is done, all you have to do
is to keep on watching.
If you want to create a personal brand for yourself and try and stand out from the crowd, you might want to put a lot of thought into how your Instagram page looks like. And that is what we call the Instagram theme or the Instagram aesthetic. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks as to how to create that bomb ass feed of your dreams. I'm pretty sure you've come across these great Instagram feeds that you could literally spend hours scrolling through, and you are wondering, how do they do it? What apps do they use? Is this sorcery? If these are your questions, then you've come to the right place, because in today's video I'm going to be giving you all the details as to how to create your own Instagram theme and aesthetic and how to maintain it too. If you guys want to know more about that, I suggest you get a pen, get a paper and some snacks, because this is going to be a pretty long video, and let's get straight into today's video. If you guys don't know, I'm a content creator on Instagram. I create content around food, lifestyle and fashion, and this is my Instagram page, and I get loads of questions in my DMs from my followers and from people asking me how I create my aesthetic theme. Well, in today's video I'm going to be giving you all the tea with all honesty. Stick around to the end. If you skip, you're going to be missing everything. Just stick around to the end, okay? The first tip that I'm going to be talking about is you having an Instagram theme. You need to decide on the theme that you want your page to have. You need to find out your style, your vibe. You can have the travel theme, brownish theme, the minimalist theme, and the blacks and the whites. All depends on you. You can also decide to have the colorful theme, which I am running on my Instagram page, but mine is I decide to pick colors, particular colors, and then I work around with them, create content around them, and I transition from one color to another. So you could decide to do that too, but you need to research, find out your style, your vibe, what you can really begin to create more content of, and decide which one you want to be using for your Instagram page. If you're out of ideas, you can also go on to Pinterest and type in the Pinterest search bar aesthetic themes. It's going to pop up a lot of themes that you can look through and then find and create for your Instagram theme. So that can help you and guide you to develop the kind of theme that you want for your Instagram page. Now let's get straight into point number 2, which is consistency. You need to be consistent. To be consistent, you need to select some dominant colors that you want to always keep on appearing on your page. For example, if you want to go for a greeny, moody feel, you can pick dominant colors as green and then black. And then you can have some highlight colors like whites and red to vary up the content once in a while. To create an Instagram aesthetic, you need to be consistent and you need to provide content around the same kind of things so that people continue to recognize you by that kind of thing. By being consistent, it means you need to be intentional and create intentionally, looking at what you're going to be putting onto your page. Your background matters when you're taking photos. Your outfits matter. Yes. You need to get outfits that would always flow with your theme. I'm creating a colorful theme on my page. I work with a colorful theme, so you see me in a lot of colors all the time. One hack that can help you be consistent with your theme is for you to create a palette for yourself. And I know some of you are thinking, a palette for myself? Am I an artist? What does she even mean? Well, I'm trying to say you need to find some particular colors that you would have in your wardrobe. You do take pictures of yourself and other stuff. So for you to create easily, you need to find particular colors that you would always be putting on in your photos. I create a colorful theme, so I work with colors. But then if you're someone who is going for the brownish theme vibe, you need to have a lot of brown in your closet. You need to have a lot of brown in your background to help create and then fit within your theme very easily. So that is what I mean by creating a color palette for yourself. So your outfits do matter, your background matters. It could even be objects that are placed in your photos. Those things could highlight some particular colors that you always want to pop out in your palettes. That could also go and flow with your theme. If you create a color palette for yourself, it's easier for you to create content around particular kind of colors for your theme. Or on my page, when I was creating around the yellow theme, I had to go exploring, and I always made sure that I would be by yellow stuff. So in this picture right here, I found a yellow track, so I took a picture by it so that it falls within my theme. Take into consideration the places that you go to, the outfits that you pick, even the food that you order. When I was working with my yellow theme, I had to pop up a lot of yellow. So if you're someone who's going with the yellowish or warm color vibes, you need to always pick colors and things that you're always going to be popping out in your theme. So that is one tip that helps, because I remember I went to this cafe and I actually researched before going there so that I could actually flow with the place and let it fit within my theme. Right here in this photo, even ordered a particular drink and wore a particular yellow top so that it can all flow within my theme. So yes, we do all these things just for that feed theme. It's an obsession. And the next thing that I'm going to mention is composition. You need to provide a variety of content on your page. When you pick a niche, you need to provide a variety of content around that niche. For example, if you are a makeup artist, instead of uploading a face full of makeup for every single post, you can vary up your content by putting in fillers. And what is a filler? Someone might ask. A filler is a photo that you upload yourself that isn't you, but still borders around the kind of niche that you're working with. So if you're a makeup artist, you can upload flat lay shots of the tools that you're working with, your makeup brushes, your makeup palette. Like, show us what you're into. Let us see the other stuff aside your face every day. This is a variety of content that you can use to spice up. And then also, if you're a lifestyle blogger like me, on my page, I create content around food, lifestyle, and fashion. So you see me uploading food shots, outfit shots, travel shots to places that I've been, and all of these things are there to spice up my content so that it's not the boring same piece of content that you see every single time you come onto my page. So you can do all of these things, intentionally create around them to fit your feed. The only problem that I have with intentionally creating to fit my theme and then picking particular colors to work around it, because I've done the red theme, I've done the yellow theme, I've done the blue theme, and all of these themes I had to work and create content around specific colors. The only struggle that I face is when I have to work for a brand and they contact me and what they give to me is not flowing with my theme. So I have to let them know so that it can't fit within my theme. So that is one difficulty that comes about if you're a content creator. And that's a problem that you can face when you are trying to intentionally create. If you also want to have just an aesthetic feed but you don't want to put in the work, because some people just want the aesthetic but don't want to put in the work, you can also go onto Pinterest and then download photos, or you could also go onto Google, download stock images that you can also use to fill up your feed and break up the feed once in a while and give us a variety of contents which all border around the niche that you are in. To have a feed layout pattern, you need to find a pattern in which you are going to be posting your photos by. Instagram works with a 12:3 grid format where you see three photos, that kind of thing. So you need to arrange your photos that way so that you wouldn't have photos repeating. I don't really see it as aesthetic when I see pages uploading the same photo after the same photo side by side. Not cool. It gets kind of boring when you go onto someone's page and you're seeing a photo of themselves, a photo. But I'm not trying to call out anybody here, but I know you guys also can relate. I know if you can relate, let me know in the comments. it's much more pleasing when it's varied up and spaced out with fillers, and then you break it up. That's where you even see some pages uploading sky shots just to break up their feed once in a while, so that it isn't the same photo that you are seeing on their feed. So you could arrange it up and then make it look good and much more cohesive and put together. And there are apps that can help you do that. I mentioned the apps that can help you arrange and plan out your feed in my other video. You guys can go check it out. I mentioned apps that can help me plan and batch out my content, and I've dropped the links so you guys can go check out the links and download some of these apps. A variety of feed layout patterns that you can pick from. You can research on these, and I'm going to mention a few of them so you guys understand what I'm talking about. So we have the checkerboard theme, which is the very easy theme to do, where you need to just pick 2 elements, and this could be, for example, a photo and a quote. So you post in that manner, a photo and a quote, a photo and a quote, and you have your feed looking like this. So that is how you come about this feed. And also we have the cinematic theme, where you have all your photos in a horizontal format and you crop it that exact way. And Brandon Wolfo does this. He has the cinematic vibe to his feed, so you can go check it out. And the Magite too also does this. I follow him on Instagram, so you can go check out his page. These are very nice themes that you can work with, and you crop your photos in the exact landscape format. And we also have the vertical theme, where you also have a vertical line running through all your photos, and I'm going to pop it up right here. Basically, there are a variety of feed layout patterns that you can pick for your feed, and it can help you space out your feed. For me, I work with posting in 3, so if I'm to post an outfit or something of that sort, I post it 3 times. So right here on my feed, you see me spacing out my outfit post and then filling them up with the other filler shots that I post to break up my feed. Have your feed showing a variety of content, but then still bordering the same niche that you work with. So you can check out these accounts and you can try and recreate this. And then talking about feed layout patterns, you need to take into consideration the crop ratio of your photos. You might want to look up the kind of crop ratios that you are going to be using, and you need to crop your photos in the same manner. You can't have your photos in different crop ratios. That is one tip that I'm going to give to you. You need to stick to one crop ratio. You wouldn't want to be having a variety of crop ratios that you're working with. That isn't aesthetically pleasing. For my page, I used to work with the square border ratio, where I would crop my photos in the 1:1 square ratio. Instagram works with the 1:1 square ratio and then the 4:5 ratio for feed posts. So I was using the 1:1 square ratio, where I would also go ahead and also put a white border around my photos just to make the white grid pop out. So I mentioned I was going to talk about why I dropped my white border ratio in this video, and that is because Instagram is a visual platform, and people of this day and age have the attention span of a 5-year-old. And if you want to capture the attention of a person, you need to be posting wider photos. This is why I dropped my white border ratio and I moved straight into using the 4:5 ratio, because that ratio is what takes most of the screens of phones. So I'm going to drop images here so that you can better understand what I'm trying to talk about. The 4:5 ratio is the wider full format ratio for Instagram feed posts, and the 1:1 is a much more compressed format. So if you want to be posting photos that can capture people's attention, you need to post wider photos, and that is why I dropped my white border ratio, because I have seen the light. So if you're not going entirely aesthetic and using all sorts of crop ratios for your post, you also want people to engage with your post, I advise you post wider photos. And I know I'm trying to contradict myself here. I'm telling you how to be aesthetic, but then I'm also telling you this. But I wanted to give you the pros and cons of being aesthetic so that you know what you are going in for if you are deciding to be using crop ratios for your photos. But then I'd advise you to be posting wider photos, just like how I am doing now on my page. As you can see, I've moved straight into posting wider photos on my page, and it's been great so far. Plan out your feed. To plan out your feed, there are a variety of apps that you can use, but the app that I use is Preview. Preview I mentioned in my other video about the apps that I use to edit my photos and videos. It's basically an app that you can arrange your photos on there and see how it looks before you post them onto your page, so that it helps you plan out your feed and schedule your content and also batch content. So there are other apps that can do this: Planoly, Later, Sneak Peek, Onum, but you guys should go check it out. I'm going to leave the link to Preview, the app that I used, below, so that you guys can go check it out and download it instead of creating a burner account, because I know people even go to the extent of creating burner accounts on Instagram where they post their pictures on there and delete them after. But I see that as stress. So if you don't want that stress, all you have to do is to download these apps and then plan out your content there, basically. And pile up photos. That is one tip that I'm going to be mentioning. You need to pile up photos, shoot a lot of photos, pile them up for when you need to post it. So you plan out your feed with the photos that you shot, and then you pile them up, and then you post it when you need to. If you know me personally, my phone always looks like this. My camera roll is so full of plenty photos because I shoot a lot of photos, I pile them up, and then I post it when it's necessary. So that is one tip to being consistent: to you pile up photos and then you post them when you need it. Be picky as to what kind of content that you're going to be putting on your page, and be patient and disciplined. If you are the instant Instagram person and you're always posting your photos in the day and life, a day in the life, you post it, you take a picture, that same day you upload it back. Wait, are there people who do that? I don't do that. I know you don't do that. I know that people don't just take pictures and post them. You actually keep them for a while. But if you are creating a theme, you have to master discipline and patience and be able to pile up your photos so that you post them when you need it. But I discovered another hack to this, where if you are being picky about your content and then what you want to post on your page, you can find a way around it. Because sometimes I would worry about not posting something on my page that I really want to post, but just because
I'm looking with red and I can't have something that's not red on my page, so
I can't post it. And that hack is to post carousels. You want to post a photo, but then it doesn't flow with your theme. I've come to your rescue. So this is how it works. So if you want to post a photo that's lying in your camera roll that doesn't go with your theme, all you have to do is to post a carousel, and you make the first frame of that carousel fit within your theme, and then the other photos that don't fit within your theme should be the other multiple posts. That is it. And this has been a game changer and a lifesaver, because I was always worried about not being able to post some photos just because it didn't go with my theme. That is it. Yeah, you're welcome. Posting carousels is one thing that I would recommend if you want to post photos that don't flow with your theme. So the next tip that I will be talking about is a consistent style of editing. You need to develop a consistent style of editing if you want to have your own Instagram aesthetic. This is where people use apps like Lightroom and Visco to edit their photos, create their own presets and then filters. You can also type into Pinterest, the Visco filters. They are going to give you all the types of filters that you can recreate so that you can achieve that same style of editing too. Or you can also buy Lightroom presets and then use them on your photos to achieve a style of aesthetic or create your own. But I don't really do a lot of editing and I don't use these apps. Yes. And anytime I say this, people are like, what? Girl, you're lying. Girl, stop capping. Well, I don't use any of these apps. I don't use Lightroom and Visco to edit my photos, guys. I don't really do a lot of editing. What I do is to take good photos from the start and then I apply an iPhone filter that goes with the theme that I'm doing. And it's very easy to do this because it creates content around consistent colors. So if I'm working with warm colors, I usually go for the warm filters in the iPhone. And then if I'm working with cool colors, I usually go for the cool filters in the iPhone, and then I tweak my photos with the inbuilt editing iPhone features to make my photos fit within my theme. So I don't really do a lot of editing, and no, that is hard to believe for some of you guys because, well, look at my page. I know most of you are dying to have my feed, but Okay, what was that? So yeah, basically I just take photos in their good state and I apply a filter over it. But if you guys want to be using Visco, Lightroom, these are really cool apps that you can be using for your photos with that kind of aesthetic that you are looking for. One tip that I'm going to also mention is for you to experiment a lot. Don't be afraid to fail or mess up your theme, because if you look at my page, I'm going to use myself as an example. When I started out my page, I didn't really know what theme that I wanted to go for. If you scroll down to my feed, you can see me trying to experiment and figure out what really works out for me. So you can see me using blacks and whites, trying to post in a particular kind of pattern, that kind of thing, before I decided to settle on this, which is the colorful theme that I'm working on my Instagram. And I've enjoyed it so far because I've worked with the red theme, the yellow theme, the blue theme, the orange theme, and then I'm counting on the blue theme. Was very easy to create because I have a lot of blue outfits. There are blue skies to save you, and it's very easy to just create blue skies. Did I just say blue skies? Girl, are you God? I'm not God, but I was created in his image, so yeah. The thing with intentional creating is sometimes things fall into place with your theme, so you can't post it right away, and sometimes too it doesn't, so you have to pile them up. Because I remember when I was working with my blue theme, I had to go exploring the streets of Accra, and then there was this epic shot. Well, it wasn't entirely epic, but it was a great shot that just fell within my theme, because I was crossing the street with my friends. I was in a blue outfit, there were blue skies, and there was this blue car which I had to cross the road in front of, and then bam, this happened. So sometimes they fit with your theme, sometimes too they don't. You need to be creative with the kind of content that you put on your page, not just because you're working with a blue theme. For those working with a color theme, not just you're working with a blue theme, so you're just posting blue skies. You need to be creative. My most favorite photo on my page right now, and it's this photo right here where I had placed my hand in the blue bucket. Or you could also practice sky photography, and you can take great shots against the sky. And I know a friend who does this very well. She's also a YouTuber, Made the Creator, and I'm going to pop up her channel right here so you guys can go check out her video on how to do sky photography by yourself and then come up with amazing shots. These are things that you can do to just spice up your content once in a while. So yes, it's very easy to just post colors and then have your way, but you should also be creative around the kind of content that you want to put on your page, and that is what is also going to make you stand out. So that is another tip that I would recommend for you guys. You can also try that out, and it's been fun. Have fun with your theme, experiment, and then find out your style and your vibe till you figure out what you can produce more content of, and then you stick to it. Yeah. As part of the aesthetic and vibe that I want to create for your feed, you must utilize your Instagram highlights. When I go onto a page and I don't see them using Instagram highlights or having a certain kind of vibe to their Instagram highlights, I'm like, this is just a waste of opportunity. Because Instagram highlights, more so for a business, you need to have Instagram highlights to point people as to what they want to see on your page. For example, if you're a clothing store, you can put all your skirts in one highlight, maybe all your heels in one highlight, and that kind of thing. If you're a jewelry store too, all your bracelets in one highlight, all your earrings in one highlight. It goes on and on and on. So these things help people to know what they can get on your page, and also makes your page look much more organized. For a personal page too, you can group out the content that you create in different highlights so that people can revisit them every time that they want to. For my page, my highlight covers are always matching the kind of thing that I'm doing at the moment. So when I'm working with yellow, my highlight covers are yellow. If I'm working with red, my highlight covers are red. So this is one other thing that you can add up to the aesthetic and then feel and look of your Instagram page. Utilize your Instagram highlight covers. And I'm sure some people are wondering, do I need an Instagram aesthetic? Well, the truth is you don't really need an Instagram aesthetic, but if you want to create a personal brand for yourself and try and stand out from the crowd, you might want to put some thought into your Instagram aesthetic, because that is what is going to create an image for you and then make people recognize your content, so that as soon as they see it, they're like, yeah, that is Danielle's style. Do you get it? So that is why you must put some thought into your Instagram aesthetic, especially if you are creating a brand for yourself. That is all the tea as to how I create my Instagram feed, and I hope with these tips you can also create your Instagram aesthetic and then also come out with that bomb ass feed like I've been saying the whole time. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it because I enjoyed making it for you guys. If you are clueless as to how to find your Instagram aesthetic or find your style and vibe, whether it be for your business or your personal page, you can send me a DM on Instagram. This is my Instagram. You can send me a DM. I give consultation calls to personal pages and then business pages as to how to find out their Instagram aesthetic or revamp and brand up their page. So if you are interested in that, send me a DM on my Instagram and let's get you that bomb ass feed. This video was very helpful. Give it a like, smash that like button, let me know how I'm doing, and then also it helps support me on YouTube, guys. Like this video, and then kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload, and leave comments below. Let me know what you think, suggestions as to what you would want to see next. And I do take time off to read and then answer every single question in my comments and reply back to all my comments because I want to know what you guys want to be seeing, and then also clarify anything that I might have missed in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to the comment winner, YouTube channel of the week, and Instagram profile of the week. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations to the following users for their immense support. Thank you so much, Benedicta. She's a bookstagrammer. Go check out her Instagram. And also to May the creator, go check out her YouTube channel. She's into lifestyle videos. And also to the comment winner on my last video, Yasafu, thank you so much for your comment. Check out her YouTube channel. She's into natural hair care and book reviews. Want shout out? You can also get one by taking a screenshot of this video, upload it to your IG story, and don't forget to tag me, or you can just leave a comment.
That'll be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my other one. Bye.